It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming up next.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent would tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go in Cincinnati. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Got a man, it's Gesicki. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Micah McFadden able to make the play. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Man in motion, out of the slot. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Burrow out of the shotgun. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by the veteran, Von Bell.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. He finds space for a few yards that time. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
This offense ready to get going again now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's got it near the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. T. Higgins, the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they make the stop at the 46. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. That's the end of 1, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have it 3rd and 7. Lock to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Got his target. It's Higgins. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Play action now, Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Giants football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Locke to the air. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
They go play action on 1st. This finds Bellinger. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Giants looking for a score before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To throw, here's Locke. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Locke. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's got time here. Going for Higgins, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And the Bengals bringing out a fifth DB. They're in the nickel, third down. Locke looking to throw. He finds Slayton. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back now, pressure on its way. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Big gain has them across the 40. And he gets this down to the 38.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. A give to Tracy up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're going play action. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Brown again. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. So this one on the defense. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Running it after the penalty. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Chase. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
A give now to Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
1st down, Burrow to throw. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From midfield on 2nd down. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So we're through 3 here. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into traffic. Complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
2nd and 3 now. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. On first down, here's Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati! I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Locked to throw it. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these 2 to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing off the play fake here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. They connect on the deep shot. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, is touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Burrow has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 7. Brown on the carry. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Brown. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll motion a tight end left. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. On the ground, Brown. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.